We're recording. Hello Diary, it's Monday, July 21st, and we're just going to review what happened on Sunday, the 20th, which was the day after the 100k Ultra Race to the Stones. So yesterday morning, Sunday morning, we were still at the Race to the Stones race event, and we were sort of packing up to go. We had a lovely cooked breakfast, and unusually I had a big fat bacon sandwich, and Agatha had I think an egg sandwich or something. So we had a nice fortifying breakfast, courtesy of the race organisers, and then we left shortly afterwards. Now there were no facilities in this sort of parking lot. There was no electricity, and there was even no Wi-Fi. So the first thing that we did was we actually went to a small town, and we stocked up with some food, and we also managed to book the next campsite along, which is, it's really from my little piece of paper here, the Cornish Farm Touring Park. So having booked the campsite, we felt a bit, our onward campsite, we felt a bit stronger, and next up was Bristol. So we drove into Bristol, which wasn't as nerve-wracking as I thought, but finding a parking space was not easy because there was a music festival on this weekend gone, and so it was the last day of the music festival. Eventually we did find a parking space, although in the parking area there was lots of signs saying thieves are going to rob you, you know, even if it doesn't look like it's valuable, they can still break into your car. So it was a bit nerve-wracking. We left our we left the camper van, and we took our passports with us, our laptops and anything that, you know, house keys, you know, just in case we were broken into, because we had an unpleasant experience the day before with a big fine. So we didn't want something else to horribly happen at a parking place. Anyway, we went to the music festival, we walked around, we listened to some music. It was super sunny, and we had a nice time. Getting out of the car park was a torture part too, because it was the space to come out was literally just a bit wider than the 2.3 metres of the camper van, and it took a lot of perseverance from Agatha waving and banging on the back of the door to say stop, left, right. So I think that one of the learning points for us so far is that I think this camper van is slightly wider than some of the other ones, because the cab goes just behind the driver's and passenger seat, front seats. The width goes outwards, so I think they're built out by a few inches on either side, and that makes it, to my mind, super difficult to drive down country lanes. Anyway, so we managed to get out of the car park, and quite a long motorway drive later, we eventually ended up at the Cornish Farm Touring Park. So that's in apparently Shoreditch, Taunton, Somerset. Something that was a bit confusing when I later spoke to the taxi driver. He said, "Are you in Shoreditch?" Which, to me, coming from London, I was thinking, well, Shoreditch, that's in London. What, is he taking the mickey or something? Anyway, Cornish Farm Touring Park, very nice. It's got showers, it's got water facilities, electric, some Wi-Fi. We were very happy here. We've only spent the one night here. So last night, as a celebration, we went to a restaurant. We got a taxi for 3 kilometres to the White Hart Inn in Cork. Had a lovely dinner there with wine. I had fish and chips, which is again kind of unusual. I haven't had chips for maybe a year or two. And the guys had a nice healthy salad. So we had a great time. Oh, we had a bottle of wine, and amusingly, we weren't going to buy a bottle, we were just going to have glasses. And then we said, the lady said, "Oh, you can take the bottle with you." So we said, "Oh, okay, that's a good idea." So at the end of the meal, we were so happy, and we walked outside to get to a taxi. We came all the way back to the campsite, and then we looked at each other thinking, "Where's that bottle of wine?" So I think we left the bottle of wine somewhere between the table and as we got into the taxi, I'm not quite sure where. That's an indication of how nice a time we had. Finally, just to talk about costs. Well, it's interesting to note that the cost of the campsite is about 25 GBP, pounds, English pounds, and you'll find that the cost of our meal last night with the taxi fare was like over £50. So just to put things in perspective, the cost of staying at a campsite is really, really trivial. And I mean, considering you get the water facilities, you get electric hookup, ability to dump your black and grey water, get new drinkable water. It's just a bargain. I really can't stress that enough. So far it's worked out brilliantly in terms of costs. This motorhome sort of experiment lifestyle. It's really economical. And that's it for now. So another report, possibly later today if I can remember. Monday, 21st.